On the last episode, we had an absolute shocker. Not only did we blow a 10-point lead to finish second in the league, but the Champions League was an even bigger disaster, and you really have to see it to believe it. It's into Vinicius Jr. Benzema, what are they doing? Benzema, what is going on? Benzema strikes! I don't believe it! That's right, we conceded a goal in the 5th minute of stoppage time to lose the Champions League final to Real Madrid. There was some more positive news in the Coupe Nationale though. Some huge saves from Donnarumma in the penalty shootout meant that we actually were able to win a trophy, and we weren't left empty-handed last season. Moving on to this season though, with £399 million in the bank, it is no surprise to see the board want me to finally win the Champions League and to win the league as well. Now, whilst the ratings of most players in my squad are looking pretty decent, to be fair, we do only have one goalkeeper at the club in Donnarumma, and I'm going to look to do the unthinkable, and that is right, I'm going to try and sell this man, Lionel Messi. Before I do that though, if you are enjoying this season so far, please feel free to like and subscribe, and let's get into it. Right, we're kicking off with a bombshell, and that is this man, Lionel Messi, is going on the transfer list. Now, I know what you're thinking, it's Lionel Messi, how can I do that? But he wasn't great for me last season. He's 37 years of age, he's only got 12 months left on his contract, and according to his progress, he is in decline, going down to 86 in just 2 weeks. So I'm sorry, Messi, but it's looking like this is going to be your last season with PSG. It does mean, though, that it opens up a role for a new player to join the club, and as you can see from my shortlist, I have a variety of different players, from Dejan Kulusevski, Antony of Manchester United, Ousmane Dembele now of Liverpool, Rafinha of Barcelona, and also Noni Madueke, who also plays for Arsenal as well. However, I'm going to hold fire on those until I can get Messi out the door. So with that in mind, I am going to turn my attention to now trying to find a backup goalkeeper. Now, realistically, I'm not going to find a better goalkeeper than a 93 rated Gianluigi Donnarumma. However, this time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shortlist keepers that are early to mid-20s that have got a lot of potential. As you can see, I've already got 4 shortlisted here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the scouting reports, wait to see what they come back with, and then I'll make a decision as to which one I'm going to try and bring into the club. However, we've already been hit with some bad news to kick this episode off, and that is this man, William Saliba, is now out for 3 months with a broken collarbone. I don't think he's out long enough for me to decide to bring another centre-back in, but it is just very, very frustrating. In more important news though, the man, the myth, the legend, Lionel Messi is finally leaving the club, and English fans will be delighted as he is heading to the Premier League, more specifically to London, where he will be playing for Chelsea in a deal worth £42.1 million. But it does now mean there is a space open for one of these 5 men to now join the football club in his place. And after a lot of back and forth between myself and Ten Hag of Manchester United, we managed to agree a deal, and so there is a new man who will be joining PSG, to much fanfare from the media. That is right, it is that man, Antony. He will be joining the club for a whopping £100 million. And whilst the price was high, with incredible stats, 5-star skill moves, and that's something special, I think he is going to be a phenomenal signing. One transfer down, it's time to move on to the next one, and after getting all my scouting reports back for my goalkeepers, I have decided to add to the French contingent at the club, and after a bit of back and forth with the opposition manager, I managed to secure a deal for this man, Alban Lafont, £36 million. 25 years of age, 83 rated. I think that is a pretty decent signing. And speaking of signings, Chelsea not only want Messi, but they also want this man, Victor Osimhen, and they're willing to pay £133.9 million for the privilege. Well, I'm sorry, Chelsea, that is going to be a hard no. And I've got Bayern Munich, who've now come in for this man, Jeremy Frimpong, £48.9 million. Again, just like Chelsea, a hard no. So here's how we're looking at the start of the season. With the exception of this man, Kanate, coming in for the injured Saliba, we are looking pretty similar right across the pitch in terms of how we left off at the end of last season. The only real change is that this man Antony has come in for Lionel Messi, but he's only good enough to make the bench. The first game we're going to kick this episode off with is a game in the Trophee des Champions against the team that pipped us to the post in the league last season, Marseille. Now, this is essentially a French Community Shield, so I am going to go ahead and sim this game. Before I do, though, you can see my starting 11. It is my strongest starting 11, so let's see whether or not we can get a decent result. And we do get a good result, 2-0. Marquinhos and Diaby getting on the score sheet, and we get our first taste of silverware this season. And speaking of the goal scorer, Moussa Diaby, I've got another transfer offer from Wolves, £153.4 million. These transfer fees are insane. Where on earth are Wolves getting that sort of money from? It's going to be a rejection, but wow, I'm impressed. Right, it's game day here, and it's a home game against Lille to kick off our league campaign. This is my starting 11. It is our strongest starting 11. Let's get this season kicked off. Mbembe drives forward. Oh, Mbappe Mbappe picks this up in a really dangerous position here. It's Diaby with the ball across. Diaby to try and put this into the box. Oh, Neymar. Oh, my word. He can get there. What is going on? It's cleared away. Carlos Soler into Verratti. I'm going to try an audacious ball right over the top. What a wonderful ball into the path of Diaby. Lovely takedown. Whips it across. There's no one there. Morente on the left-hand side trying to get past Verratti, and he does really well. Oh, Verratti all over the shot. Whips the ball in. Donnarumma just decides to punch that one clear. Bit of a strange one. Headed back into Asal. Marquinhos tries to put a challenge in Bayo. Into Donnarumma's arms. Nuno Mendes now. I'm going to try and thread a ball all the way through to Mbappe. What a wonderful ball. Mbappe to put us 1-0 up here. Mbappe into the top left-hand corner. Thank you very much. A sensational counter-attack. That man Mbappe celebrates 1-0. Carlos Soler tries to get on the end of it. Really good stuff from him now. Oh, what a ball. All the way out to Diaby. Diaby one touch, surely, into the back of the net. Lovely stuff. Another fantastic counter-attack. Diaby the scorer this time. It's 2-0. Nuno Mendes finds himself trying to bring the ball forward, and he's found Mbappe as well. He can now try and play a ball into Diaby. Oh, Diaby's got there ahead of the defender. It's shocking defending. Great goalkeeping. He punches it away. Can Mbappe get onto it? No, he can't. Diaby, I'm going to try and go for an audacious ball all the way out to Neymar on the left-hand side. Great ball. He dinks it back across. Can he get onto it? No, he can't. Verratti now. I'm going to try and go right the way over to Diaby, who's been sensational so far in this game. Oh, lovely stuff. Diaby just gets there ahead of the defender. Diaby shifts it onto his left. He's just blocked off. I was about to pull the trigger. Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes to let fly. Oh, my word. Decore. Oh, lovely ball into the path of Zagrova. He's got space to run into. Plays it in field to Bayo. Blocked off by Marquinhos. Nuno Mendes on the left-hand side. I'm going to try and go to the far post. It's a wonderful ball in. That is sensational. 3-0. The debutant Anthony gets his goal with pretty much his first touch. Absolutely sensational. Marquinhos here picks it up. I'm going to let fly from distance. I shouldn't have bothered. Matus now into Bayo. Bayo to strike straight at Donnarumma, who made a bit of a meal of that one. Veltman now has it into Onus, who's going to try and put it into the box. Wellington. The referee blows the whistle though. Game over. What a way to start our season. 3-0 home victory. Thank you very much. And that victory takes us straight to the top of the table, and this time round, that is where I'm planning on staying. We've got 3 more games to get through this episode, the first 2 of which I'm going to sim. We've got Montpellier away, we've got Angers at home, and then I'm going to finish off with a played game away against Lorient. And it's an easy one to start off. An early Neymar goal with 2 Mbappe goals afterwards give us a 3-0 victory against Montpellier. And 3 more goals, courtesy of Verratti, Neymar and Hakimi, give us a 3-2 win at home to Angers. And just like last year, we started this season off on fire. 3 games, 3 wins, 9 points. We can have no complaints. And it'll be of no surprise to anyone that Mbappe is leading the goal scoring charts 3 in 4 games. But this man, Diaby, picking up the slack where Messi left off. 2 goals in 4 games. I'm going to need a big season out of you, my friend. It's on to FC Lorient now for the last game of this episode. And as you can see, one change from my starting 11. Chiesa comes in from Neymar as we look to get the 3 points. It's Verratti with the corner, 10 minutes in. It's a good corner into the head of Chiesa. He can't quite keep it down, but Kimpembe picks it up. Strikes it against my own defender. Mbappe just trying to dance around the defender here. 1 touch, 2 touch. Goes for the finesse. Straight at the goalkeeper. 32 minutes in though, and we've got a wonderful opportunity. It's Chiesa who's going to pick this one up in a really dangerous position here. It's a good first touch. Just going to try and feed this into Mbappe. Mbappe to strike first time over the bar. Renato Sanchez now. I'm going to try and feed this over to Chiesa on the left-hand side. It's a great ball. I can just see that we're down to 10 men. Chiesa though can make the difference here, and he does make the difference. 1-0 here. Chiesa on the counter-attack. A fabulous goal. And only a few minutes later, Mbappe's got the opportunity to double our lead from the spot. I'm going to go to the left-hand side here. Can he make this one count? Mbappe to step up past the goalkeeper. He saves. Chiesa just slows down though. Just going to try and look for opportunities here. I've been slowed down a little bit, but it's Vertina who picks this one up. Vertina drives into the box. Great save. Looks like it's Kone here who's going to be one-on-one with Konate. He tries to go past him. Konate too strong, but then just passes the ball to the other player. Kone gets it back, feeds it off to Innocent. What an interesting name that is. Marquinhos blocks it though. And that's it. Referee blows the whistle. Game over here. 1-0. Could have been and perhaps should have been 2-0. We went down to 10 men. No idea who got sent off, but it's another 3 points in the bag. Turns out it was this man, Marco Verratti, who got himself sent off. A 31-year-old Marco Verratti who's actually coming under a little bit of pressure from an 85 rated Vertina to keep his spot. So Verratti, you're not going to help yourself by getting yourself sent off. That is where we're going to end this episode today though. A 2-0 win against Marseille means we are winners of the Trophee des Champions for the 3rd season running, and 12 points for our opening 4 games in the league mean we are top of the table. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.